Let's talk about some corruption. Must be electric for the dudes that participate in it. Like former Portage, Indiana Mayor James Snyder. Now, I thought at first this was James Snyder's press photo, and I said, that's the worst press photo of all time.
He looks like he did something really wrong or crapped his pants.
He did something terribly wrong.
Yeah.
But no, zoom out, and that was him walking into court because he did something terribly wrong with his family.
Sharding. I mean, every time you see him, it's like, man, did you shard again, James? Like,
no way.
Yeah. Any bodies in this house? And he gives you that look.
That, by the way, is the main photo that comes up when you Google him.
Oh, yeah!
Good morning and welcome to episode 1491 of Hard Factor. It is Thursday, June 27th, 2024. Thank you for cheating on the news with us. 80-ish% accuracy guaranteed on this podcast. Patreon.com/Hard Factor if you need more. Regarding the presidential debate, live streaming coverage on Thursday, tonight. Tomorrow, if you're watching us tape live tomorrow night. Sadly, CNN said that they will pull the fuck out of anybody who tries to stream the debate, not named NPR or one of the other places that they're giving it to. So
what
we'll
the
try
fuck?
To stream it. We'll try to stream it. Yeah.
How un-American of them.
Yes, very un-American.
They don't want everyone to be able to see the debate.
Yeah, CNN's a cable network.
They want to profit off of it, so you can only see it there, so that we can't
say a cabal network.
Yes, a cabal. They don't want us to be able to mute them during the commercials and have people enjoy our stream, which would be superior to theirs. So
many would say.
Well, we're gonna put one up and then get taken down, and then maybe come back for one commercial break, and we're gonna do a couple of short streams probably.
We're going to try to stream it. We'll see what happens. Maybe it's all bluff. Maybe they will actually just let us watch and stream presidential debates, since it's the fucking public government, federal government. We all pay taxes, so they should probably let us do it. So
short name, Kip.
Yeah.
Today in the news, what we're talking about right now, SCOTUS and New Jersey heroes, men, not Greek sandwiches with Pat.
Yeah, but heroes are great in New Jersey.
Yep, they are.
And heroes and
euros. A lot of ethnic food there. It's a melting pot. Yeah. But we're talking about SCOTUS's decision. SCOTUS has handed on a lot of decisions. They're in session, just decisioning. They dropped a little decisors on state bribes. So we're going to talk about that.
Interesting. Love a bribe and some bribe legislation. I'm going to tell you what happened in Bolivia. Okay, you may have seen some. Well, it's simmering down there. It really is. I'm going to fill you in. And then we got animal freaks in China with Mark.
I'll tell you what happened in. I don't know if it was in Bolivia or the United States or elsewhere, but Bolivia lost 2-0 to the United States in the Copa America. That's what happened.
Hell yeah, man.
So let's rub salt in the wound, baby. I got animal stuff and a
That's
freak.
tough.
Yeah.
My sister went hard for her for my brother-in-law's birthday. I think it was his 50th. And she got tickets to go see Miami FC so he could see Messi play.
Yeah.
Pretty fired up, and then she dropped
the
tickets
soccer.
on him. Dropped the tickets on him, and he goes, he's playing in the Copa.
Ooh.
So he's not going to be with Miami FC.
Right. That's why those tickets were way cheaper.
What an idiot.
Oh, no.
What an idiot. Mm-hmm.
That's tough.
For her.
Yeah, I'm sorry for her. Sorry.
Oh, no.
She's got to now she now has to get tickets when Messi will be in town. Yeah.
It kind of worked out for her because she got cheap tickets and the thought still counted. So
true, the thought counted, but did she get him like a Messi shirt or jersey to go along with it?
She owes him.
Yeah.
Another ticket.
Yes.
The thought counts, but
it doesn't have to be in the next year, but in the next
I say
5 to 10 years, she owes him.
I say you did it, sis.
I don't know. No Messi at a what's their? I don't even know the name of the team. Are they the FC Messis?
The Miami Football Club.
Okay, the Miami Messis. The Beckham Messis.
The Messi Beckhams.
Is Beckham going to get back on the field to make up for this?
No, he's toast.
Shit.
Oh, Argentina has their next game in Miami. Ooh, can swap.
He's going to be right next door.
Alicia Eric says, yeah, wow.
There you go.
Shit.
Just get him the Argentina tickets. Wow. Okay. Don't forget, listener hosted trivia this Friday night. All tiers. Welcome. Patreon.com/Hard Factor. Join us. Plus, you get Discord access, all the bonus pods. It's awesome. Join us for trivia. Very fun. 9 p.m. Eastern, Friday night.
Yes. I'll be there.
You guys ever drink coconut water?
Man, my wife loves that shit. I can't stand it. I cannot
Yeah,
stand
Caitlin's by it.
Yeah.
Not really. Yeah, I bought it because it's like a craze right now. People are saying,
Oh, it's not like right now, like past 10 years.
I saw the dumbest video on social media of all time. This is the dumbest thing ever. And it wasn't a troll. A lot of times I'll see a video, I'm like, that's got to be a troll. And it turns out not to be, but I do my research. This guy was like, you got to see this fun travel hack. If you want to get down with a healthy drink, but don't want to pay for it, you can't bring your open coconut water through security, but you can bring coconuts.
oh, great.
So this dude rolled through security with some coconuts,
Great.
and then cracked them in the boarding area.
Wow.
And drained them.
Yeah, and he's like, check it out.
Right. Look at me put it into my coconut milk jar.
Simple hack.
I think it's so stupid and tasteless, and I hate it. And my wife's always like, try this brand. You might like this one. And it's like 0 for 15. I'm just like, stop.
You know what? The flavor doesn't bother me so
you
much.
enjoy it. You know,
It's the consistency. It's a very thick liquid. It's like it's not like you're drinking water or a refreshing beverage. It's like you're drinking almost like semen, not with the sperm included in it.
I was thinking the
But
same thing.
just the semen itself, like just the liquid part.
it's
Which
not
is a turn
enough.
off.
Swimmers, and that's Coke. And you put some sugar in it, or maybe agave nectar because it's like organic. That's coconut water.
I feel like you deserve a lot more coconut flavor if you're going to have the semen consistency. Because
That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that's right. Should be a treat. Should be ice cream. The only way I'm eating semen is if it's semen ice cream. Let's do the news.
Let's do it.
All right, guys. Put that on a shirt. I want to shout out this hero. This is 59-year-old Patrick Despoto. And despite the cowboy hat, Patrick's from Tom's River, New Jersey, which is also where my Buick is from. It's a good town. They won the Little League World Series in the 90s. I grew up there, right around Tom's River, New Jersey. But Patrick was, I guess,
Is he the coach? With that cowboy hat, he looks like he could coach.
Oh, he could
baseball.
coach. He cares about kids, that's for sure. And that's why he's a hero that we're honoring today.
Good eye.
Frozen rope, from third to first. Like you wouldn't believe it.
Yeah, so Patrick, much like most people that live on the shore, you don't want to go to your beach. You want to get out of town, go on a vacation. So you go further down the shore. And that's what Patrick was doing. Him and his girl, they went down to Seaside Park, New Jersey.
OPB.
And this was on Sunday. And a storm was a brewing on Sunday at the beach. And Patrick was in his truck with his girlfriend. He has a cowboy hat where he rides a truck.
Right.
And he said, there's a storm coming and lightning is terribly dangerous if you're on the beach during a storm. And there's that group of kids over there. You see those kids?
Ooh.
I need to go warn them. And his girlfriend said, no, you don't need to do that. And he said, look, I'll be right back. I just got to go warn those kids because the sky's about to open up and I'm just going to warn them 1 minute. His girlfriend said no. And about 15 minutes later, he still hadn't come back. And he, in fact, got struck by lightning and died.
No chance. What?
Big time. He wanted to go warn kids on the beach that they could get struck by lightning.
Well, what better way to warn them than show them?
And himself.
He took the charge. He
Yeah.
took the charge for them. The ultimate charge.
Yep.
Whoa.
And he didn't snitch.
He
Took that charge.
Wow.
So rest in peace, Patrick. Thank you for your service. What an honorable dude. Not a lot of people will do that. Not a lot of people will see an issue, right, and right the wrong, even though it puts themselves in danger. And that's what
I feel like I definitely would have warned the kids until I heard this story, and now I'm probably not going to at the beach.
Yep. But you could carry a news clipping of this story with you and drop it in places where kids hang out when it looks like it's going to storm.
preemptively. You got to laminate it though, so they can read it once it gets soggy.
That's true.
Yeah.
Anyway, shout out Patrick. Shout out Jersey Shore.
Yeah,
All right, guys.
RIP.
Let's talk about some corruption. Yeah. I love local corruption. It's one of the things that makes our country broken, and must be electric for the dudes and ladies that participate in it. Like Portage, Indiana, former Portage, Indiana mayor James Snyder. Now, I thought at first this was James Snyder's press photo, and I said, that's the worst press photo of all time.
He looks like he did something really wrong or crapped his pants.
He did something terribly wrong.
Yeah.
But no,
it was a shirt for sure.
Zoom out, and that was him walking into court because he
yeah.
did something terribly wrong with his family.
Sharding. Yeah.
Right.
By the
So,
way, Pat, if any, there was a time to play a lightning round, you should have done it today.
that's true. I should have done that, but I don't want we're honoring Patrick this photo, not dishonoring him. I don't want to make light of his situation.
Right, fair enough.
Yeah,
but if anyone was living on the edge of a lightning bolt, it was
rude.
Patrick.
Like
Right.
live internet comment from Bull's Deep Hook that it's electrifying news. I wouldn't want to do that.
No.
In light of the situation.
That's not us. That's Bull's Deep Hook saying that.
Yep. Anyway, okay, so it's back. Let's go back to 2013, December, Christmas time, Portage, Indiana. Mayor James Snyder is feeling the heat, even though it's a cold Indiana winter. His mortgage business, most guys who are in local politics have another business, right? It's like if you sell cars and you're in local politics, you're doing great. What's the new car business? Lending for mortgages. I don't know. It's always one of those like face-to-face handshake businesses that benefits from you being in a position of power. You guys know what I'm saying? Like a man about town type of business.
Yeah.
But I guess Mayor Snyder wasn't good at it because it was failing. It was doing really bad. And the IRS
He's shitting his pants. I mean, it's tough. It's tough to go, like be a hand-to-hand handshake guy, wheeler and dealer.
Yeah, you're gonna buy a house from that guy?
no,
Right.
no way.
Every time you see him, it's like, man, did you shard again, James? Like,
No way.
Yeah.
I mean, that's
Any bodies in this house? And he gives you that look.
that, by the way, is the main photo that comes up when you Google him. Google Mayor James Snyder, and you'll see what we're talking about. The IRS was also after him for a pretty significant tax debt. He owed the IRS $62K, and he's got a big family, and it's the holidays. So, he had to shell out Christmas gifts for the little ones.
Right.
Well, the IRS should understand Christmas gifts. Okay,
They should.
$62K.
Actually, I got that wrong. He was
Let him
making $62,000 a year. That was his salary before his man about town business. I don't know what the IRS was after him for exactly. It could have been $200K. Who knows?
Okay.
But he had a tax bill. Make it $62K a year with 4 kids. Even
this
in
amount of
Indiana.
money they were after him for.
That's tough. Yeah, I mean, like for real. Like, what is going on? Why are they going after him for this?
Because he didn't pay his taxes, Will. That's why.
Okay, but he makes 62 a year. Like, how much are we talking to DFA?
Yeah, there's bigger fish to fry than.
I don't know. Look, talk about his man about town business. I don't know. You can make real good money.
How much did he make under the table? Yeah, how much did he make under the table?
Well, we're going to get to that.
Okay,
That's
what they're after him for.
Right.
Yeah.
If there's no chance it could be over $20,000 a year of taxes.
Look, and there's nothing that chaps your ass more, right, than when you're a city official and you're broke, and then you're seeing the city spending all kind of dough on all kind of stuff, right, that seems excessive when you're broke, right? Like the Portage trash truck.
He's like,
budget.
I don't want to eliminate taxes every year.
Let's get taxes out of here. Well, it wasn't state taxes he owed, Mark.
Okay. Right.
These are federal taxes he owed, which is kind of ironic. Anyway, so a couple weeks earlier, the city, right, he's in charge of, they awarded 2 contracts to a garbage truck company, Great Lakes Peterbilt company, and Portage, the town. They bought 5 garbage trucks from Great Lakes Peterbilt to the tune of about $1.1 million.
They're expensive, yeah.
That's pretty good. In fact, they even bought a used truck that Peterbilt truck company was selling. The Peterbilt really lucked out here, Peterbilt Great Lakes. So right before Christmas, Snyder shows up.
I understand Peterbilt.
Oh, yeah. So Peterbilt is a brand of truck, but then also you can franchise that, and then you can build trucks. Yeah. Freightliner, same deal. Anyway, so right before Christmas, Snyder shows up at Great Lakes Peterbilt, right? Those guys that just made a nice little pip on their $1.1 million check. And he says, according to the brothers who own the company, quote, "I need money. That's what I'm here for." And days later, the brothers who own the company, they cut Snyder a check for $13,000. They were consulting in the memo, but consulting was never performed. The brothers said in court they felt absolutely pressured that the mayor, who has a lot of influence, showed up at their place of business and was like, "Give me the dough. You got the trust."
Snyder. I mean, he's not a really good. That's why he sharts a lot. He's not good. He fucks it up. Like normally, a politician would say that without saying it and still get the check from a campaign donation. This guy just goes in there, like a bull in a china shop, shitting his pants, being like, "Give me the money and then I'll give you the contract." And then he, that's incriminating.
They'd also get more than $13,000. This guy's like, "Yeah, I'll settle for that."
Well, okay, so there's a couple things to point out.
Just shit my pants. I'm in a pinch.
A couple things to point out that's really important in this case.
$9,000.
This was after the contract.
He's talking it down, yeah.
This was after the contract had been completed. Okay, that he said he needed the money, so it wasn't before, and it wasn't a campaign contribution like going through campaign finance. It was he needed the dough. He was paid as a consultant. This was going right into his IRS/Christmas fund for the mayor. Now,
the mayor's a good friend to have. See, what about $3,000?
Yeah, I'm a man about town. You've seen my mortgage business.
That's tough. So it's an ongoing contract. So that's going to be like an extortion charge or something.
Well, not an ongoing contract. The FBI who got involved alleged that the mayor designed the bidding process so that literally only the Peterbilt trucks could meet the standards of the contract.
Right.
And also arranged to have the city buy an older truck. Now, investigators said the money was a gratuity for the garbage truck contract, but Mr. Snyder said it was a payment for his consulting services as a contractor for Peterbilt, which he was not, and even if he was, that'd be a conflict of interest. So he got convicted, sentenced to 21 months for bribery. That was about like 10 years ago. Now, he didn't do any jail time because he kept appealing and appealing and appealing, and eventually it went to the Supreme Court, and the judge ruled that he didn't have to be in jail while it was under appeal for the Supreme Court. And
doesn't the Supreme Court have better things to do than hear this case?
You'd think that, but the Supreme Court yesterday, overturned this federal statute on state officials being able to be bribed. So that's open season now, guys. Brett Kavanaugh wrote for the conservative majority that the case was whether federal law makes it a crime for state and local officials to accept such gratuities after the fact. He said no. And he cited examples nodding to the case's origins in Indiana. He said, quote, "Could students take their college professor out to Chipotle for an end-of-term celebration? And if so, would it become criminal to take a professor for a steak dinner or a treatment or treat her to a Hoosiers game? There's the issue." Okay.
Well,
so set a dollar amount on it then.
Well, they fucking did, Mark, and that's the bullshit. The statute
set a low dollar amount on it.
They did. The statute is $5,000, so there's a fucking threshold. Why the fuck was Kavanaugh using examples that clearly didn't violate the law and wouldn't violate the law?
It's not over $5,000.
He also laid a little stretch here.
So this guy is guilty then.
This guy's fucking guilty, but he's free. He's home free because he got convicted 10 years ago. They're not going to retry it. Kavanaugh distinguished...
But I mean, it's such a small dollar amount. Who gives a fuck?
$13,000. Oh, well, this essentially is the federal government no longer gets involved in bribes to state officials. That's pretty much what this ruling is. And
small
the threshold was $5,000.
Officials are just celebrating and like mobsters.
The Supreme Court justices themselves like a little kickback. All right.
Well,
so
Mark,
they're not going to rule.
Some of them go on vacations. They don't report on private jets with their billionaire friends.
So,
guys, wouldn't you
they
know
have the opportunity to make kickbacks easier? They're going to be like, yeah, let's do that. Let's go ahead and do that.
Guys, I think we have the power here.
Justice Jackson wrote that the ruling is absurd and an atextual reading of the statute and, quote, one that only today's court could love. Essentially taking a stab at her colleagues.
Why don't they review Citizens United that made super PACs legal? I mean, like, this is small potatoes. Like, they have done much worse comparatively in terms of like ruining the system and making it.
They're doing it every day. But my point is, they do. It's another bullshit ruling, and you can see it in the text.
Get into politics.
You can see it in the text.
Game the stock
a lot
market,
of people,
kickbacks.
What if you can't even take your professor out to Chipotle? Well, Brett, it literally says the threshold's $5,000, you dumbass.
Yeah.
Right. But then you can just do a campaign donation and make it like infinity grand, and it doesn't matter, right? So I mean, it's like,
well, campaign donation is regulated. The other thing he said a
yeah,
bribe
but you spend
is
it on
before.
whatever. You could spend it on yourself and just report it on your PAC report, and nobody's
It's a little bit
gonna ever
harder, but yeah.
Right. I was
A little harder, but
campaigning
not
in Hawaii. I was campaigning in Hawaii for a month in a 5-star hotel.
Yeah, exactly. Anyway,
super PACs are basically money laundering systems. I mean, that were legalized by the Supreme Court. It was Citizens United ruling.
is a bunch of politicians, state level politicians, who are waiting for trial, and they are just free. Ooh. And they are just dancing.
Oh yeah. I mean, yeah. This guy with the dollar amount, it's an easy one for them to rule this way because it's so small. They should have gone after a bigger case if they wanted the Supreme Court to rule the other way.
This is just going to encourage more officials to work with individual companies and make regulations so only their companies can get the contracts.
Yep.
Well, I mean, that already happens, especially at the more
now
local
they can do it without any worry.
For sure. You could already do it without any worry. But now, I mean, sure, yeah, the Supreme Court's like, have at it, Hoss. But yeah, the more local you go, the more that happens. Yeah.
This is the issue. The FBI has resources to investigate shit like this. Local jurisdictions don't. And that's why this is a federal case. But yes.
Like in Shawshank when he
but not no more.
Oh, did your wife make me a pie? And it's just a bunch of money for the guy getting the gig. Yeah.
I'm not really going to shed a tear for the FBI losing a little bit of jurisdiction. So that's, I mean, I think that, corruption's bad. But,
shut them down.
I mean,
shut them down.
that doesn't really pull at my heartstrings. All right.
That's America for you, boss.
Shut them down.
Yeah.
I got to play a little clip for you guys, and it's been too long. Frog of War. Frog of War is back in Bolivia this time. Bolivia trivia first. Fun fact about Bolivia. It rhymes with trivia. One of the few things it does. What are Bolivia's five neighboring countries? People think it's 4. It's 5.
Chile.
Yeah, 1.
Argentina.
Colombia.
Yep. Nope.
Brazil.
Yep.
I don't. That's all I got.
Peru.
Honduras.
Peru.
Peru's the other one that people would normally get. Paraguay. Okay.
Oh, Paraguay.
Yeah, fuck Paraguay.
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 Ah, yes, Paraguay.
Just to the south of Bolivia there. Anyways, Bolivia
Paraguay.
also, yes, Paraguay. Bolivia also rich in lithium, and they're having another military coup attempt, or they did on Wednesday of this week, just like the last one that was allegedly backed by the U.S. in 2019 and pushed out the current president's predecessor. But this time, Bolivia's movement to socialism president, Luis Arce. I don't know how you say it. Acre, A-R-C-E. Arce. I have no idea.
I think you got it, dude. It's Arce, bruh.
Arce. Luis Arce appears to have faced,
like Ben Decker says, you got to spit on it. Gray.
Hawk Tua. Arce. Luis Arce.
Spit on that thing. Gray.
He appears to have faced literally head on the coup and emerged victoriously this Wednesday. Coup. Yeah, for real. That's him face to face with the coup master.
You gotta respect the guy going face to face with his couers. That's impressive.
Yeah, no, he did it. He had the balls to do it. The coup was started by General Juan Jose Zuniga, who said, "We will take back our homeland. Our country cannot continue like this."
Hold on, that's Colin Powell.
Kinda, yeah. It's like
Bolivian Colin Powell.
Bolivian Colin Powell.
Either way, he's got really high blood pressure. I'll tell you that much.
Super high.
Super to go high. Up a shirt size.
And if he was being used as a puppet by the U.S. government, that would also be like Colin Powell. So a lot of similarities there.
Burn. Colin Burn.
Yeah. So then after he said,
call it a diarrhea, it's a colon burn.
Yeah.
After he said, we'll take back our homeland, our country cannot continue like this, he then rammed the Bolivian presidential palace with a Hummer and then stormed the gates. Take a listen. They did a little supercut of all the videos. So there's the troops rushing towards the presidential palace. And then you got like the line of Hummers. It's like a mile-long line of Hummers. And then
Those are
here it is, just ramming it. Boom, a Hummer rams the door of the palace for no reason, it appears, because it didn't do anything.
Their Hummers suck. It looks like the old Ghostbusters vehicle.
I don't think those are Hummers. I think they're MRAPs.
Refresh. Oh, it's a shitty Hummer. So
No, it's just different.
It looks like you're sending the car.
Either way, at 3 miles an hour, it's not doing shit.
it didn't do anything. You see the door just opened anyways on its own. And then here's the president. He's getting yelled at by the general.
Our 1980s Hummer could not get in.
He's giving him orders. He's giving the general.
The general's screaming at him, and the president's like, "You're not going to obey me, you're the general."
La huelga general indefinida.
This is the head of the union.
A partir del día de hoy.
He's aggressive. He's screaming.
They're
De
eating
todas
good.
las
Bolivia.
organizaciones
They are.
sociales y sindicales a la ciudad de La Paz para defender y
So what he's
restituir
saying
el orden constitucional
is
y a
that they're
nuestro
supporting
gobierno
the president.
legalmente establecido en
Unions are with the
Bolivia.
president. Okay.
They're going to strike. All the unions are going to strike. Nobody's going to work. And then that's the president.
Down there.
So this wasn't
I
a very
missed-
well thought out coup. They didn't have all the right pegs.
No, this is the president's victory speech after it's all over the same day. And in between that, I even missed a clip of where the president installed new military leadership that same day. So he just completely
They all got
took
fired.
the coup to the face and then just shut it down.
So it wasn't a coup. It was a coup attempt. It was a failed coup.
Failed coup.
Yeah.
A failed coup, which usually means death.
Yeah, definitely.
I mean, those are the stakes you're playing with when you're
Colin
cooing.
Powell for
Always
living.
means death, dude.
Yeah, it's got to mean for somebody, right? And the president apparently said, "Brothers, I want to thank you. You have mobilized quickly throughout the country. No one can take away the democracy we've earned in the streets through the blood of the Bolivian people." And apparently, Acre's dislike of Israel's recent actions and his consideration of joining BRICS, isn't sitting well with some, I say. And with the whole 2019 coup thing, having
Some people are saying the CIA encouraged this coup.
a lot of folks,
Yeah, it's what we do.
Yeah.
especially after we just beat them in soccer too. A lot of folks pointing the finger our way. Again, big time 80% accuracy guarantee on that. But it feels oddly comforting that the fraud was broken again. And maybe this time it's just a shadow coup attempt and not a full-on proxy.
Dude, your microphone put a coup on you.
Yeah, it looks like the
Oh no!
looks like Zuniga got arrested and the guys that didn't get arrested fled because otherwise it's death.
Well, Zuniga's going to get hung in public.
Yeah, Zuniga's toast.
Yeah.
Zuniga's
Zuniga's going to be the new Bolivian term for don't do that. Like, you
Dude.
pulled a Zuniga?
Oh, fucking Zuniga! These guys are about to get Zuniga out here. Dude, I didn't know. I learned recently about the first Iranian coup that we pulled off, and it was Kermit Roosevelt, I think Teddy's grandson. They sent him over to Iran with like $1 million cash, and he just started paying people off to have like fake protesting. It's awesome if you want to read about it. The problem is it happened in 1949 or 50, and it got declassified in 2017. So you never know until like 60 years later, unfortunately.
Speaking of frogs of war, Kermit Roosevelt.
Yeah.
Odd name.
Not a sexy name.
No.
Apparently the lithium thing, and it's always frog of war too, because it could be BRICS, staging a weak ass coup attempt because the U.S., is thought to have backed the one in 2019. And so it could be like a whole smoke and mirrors frog of war. You never know. But again, right today, a lot of people pointing the finger at.
What we do know is the coup failed horrifically.
Yeah,
Horrific.
Zuniga is toast. But you'd think with all that lithium, they'd be a little bit more stable. Am I right? Right?
You're right.
Because
Think
it's the drug used to treat bipolar disorder.
Yeah.
you'd think, but Argentina's got the same thing, and they're notably unstable as well. Maybe when you're close to the source,
Mm-hmm. Don't get
It's too much
I was
power.
watching this news show about drinking with some hot chick, Shay something. She sells like luggage and crap, and she's like just keeps losing her voice every episode because she's a drunk mess. And she every episode she wakes up with her voice gone. But she did Argentina, and there was like a stat that said like Argentina drinks the most out of like any country or something crazy.
I've always wanted to go to Buenos Aires. It seems like a fun place to
They
party.
fucking party. Yeah. in Argentina. All right. I have a couple of animals and a freak to end the show. Do you guys let's do the animals first. Let's end on the freak. So in animal news, there's a newly crowned world's ugliest dog. That's Wild Thing.
Fuck that dog, dude.
That's Wild Thing.
I mean, it's a pug, or is it a Pekingese?
You got it. It's a
Pekingese.
It's a Pekingese.
Yeah.
I think he's adorable. First of all,
kind of looks like the singer Benji Hughes a little bit. Why is its tongue so long?
The tongue is weird,
because it's got tongue deformity.
It's not that ugly.
That's what I'm saying. Wild Thing, the 2024 World's Ugliest Dog winner, is an 8-year-old Pekingese who had been entered in the competition 4 times before. This was his 5th time entering. He kept getting voted ugly, but not the ugliest, and his sadistic owners kept bringing him back, telling him he was ugly as fuck.
Right.
Yeah, after just talking shit to him all year.
Get ugly.
Make him feel bad about himself.
Yeah. You're going to win this year, you ugly fuck.
You can't even fucking do that right.
Wild Overfeeding him. Yeah.
He kept losing the ugliest dog. So the 5th time's the charm.
No walks. Don't go outside.
Finally, those monsters were proven right, and in the process netted those bastards $1,600 in a grand prize and a free trip to New York City with Wild Thing.
Oh, okay.
Awesome. Fucking great. It's the best place to bring your dog.
That's a lot
New York
of effort.
City.
Right. It's a lot of effort to just get to go to
We're going to send you to a city where to own a dog means hiring someone else to walk it. Because it's such a terrible city to own a dog in.
It's a weird prize.
New York City.
It's a weird prize because the competition's in California. I don't know why it's there, but what it really does is launches a social media campaign where Wild Thing is going to bring them in 6 figures a year. The World's Ugliest Dog competition has been going on since the 1970s and is part of California's Sonoma Marin County Fair in Petaluma. So Sonoma people and Marin people get together. They do a couple events. The main event being the World's Ugliest
I could drive
Dog.
to that.
Yeah.
I could drive to that. I need to put it on the calendar.
They got some dough up there, man. That's a real rich area.
Ugly up your dog and enter her.
I wonder if anyone's brought their wife as a gag.
Oh, I'm sure there's a lot of shirts. I'm with the ugliest dog, and then an arrow.
Yeah.
Who's getting second?
He gets because he loves me. Bark, honey.
To prove my point about how, first of all, this is a massive judging error, but maybe the judges did it to put Wild Thing out of his misery, knowing that his bastard owners would bring him back again next year. Here is last year's winner, Scooter, who's way uglier.
Way uglier.
Not even in the same ballpark. It looks like
a squirrel.
Yeah.
Reversed leg, yeah.
It's got deformed legs, looks like a some sort of rat marsupial type thing, and he's got no hair. Also, you'll notice the tongue, which seems to be a theme. They like, it's not the world's stupidest dog, guys, but or the world's dumbest,
most deformed mouth.
It's not the world's most handicapped dog. Now, is it?
The dog in the world who's going to give you the worst directions.
Yeah, exactly. But they did break one trend because they usually pick hairless dogs. They broke that trope with Wild Thing, but they're still tongueless.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
It's a pug thing. It's a pug thing.
Expanding their
both dogs have pug breeds.
What do you think this dog is? A pug?
It's a pug something. Look at its fucking.
It's like a Chihuahua thing. It's a Chihuahua-ish dog.
They should have just ended the competition after Scooter. All right, real quick.
Ended Scooter.
Yeah, no, they just kill it, Scooter.
He looked sad in the pictures too. Wild Thing looks happy. I mean,
Wild Thing's cute. Get out of here, idiots! Look how cute Wild Thing is. This is another picture. This is a good-looking dog. It's just got a tongue issue.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Okay.
All right. Real quick before we get to the human freak, I got an animal freak to tell you about.
Okay.
A very rare albino ginger seal pup was born in the Sea of Okhotsk, Russia. And look at that monstrosity.
Holy shit. It looks like a fucking catfish. What is wrong with that thing, dude?
Look at the eye.
White hair. Yeah.
Oh, gross.
Is a seal's hair normally that texture?
Yeah, but it's normally like black or dark colors.
Ones.
Yeah, so you don't see it all weird like that.
And anyways, I guess there's a less than 1 in 100,000 chance for that thing to be born. And sadly, the albino ginger is being treated exactly like a human albino ginger would be, as you can see here. There, no one wants to be around that Rudolph ass.
Yeah,
no one's hanging out with this freak.
Not even his mother. Yeah.
No, his mother's definitely the first to ostracize it. They're naming him Chort, which is Russian for horned devil.
Come on.
Yeah.
Really?
No, I mean, I think they should, but I don't know. They haven't named it yet. It's just
you think it's a harbinger of things to come? The albino seal?
Yeah, it's got to be a bad omen, right?
Yeah, it's terrible. Dude. It's upsetting. Get it out of here.
I mean,
why
it's
is
a
it
weird
looking back at
Ukraine's about to get $1 trillion package. Russia, you're fucked. Yeah.
On that note, we didn't talk about this, but I feel like it is our duty to just say that, you know, we covered how we've been allowing Ukraine to strike Russia with our ballistic missiles, which
Russia blamed us for a drone attack in Sevastopol.
Yeah,
which killed multiple Russian military, and then Putin said, "Hey, guess what? I didn't build 100,000 nuclear missiles to twiddle my thumbs, and I will wipe you out."
100%. So just so you know that they vowed retaliation. To the United States.
They vowed to destroy us.
That's part of this.
World War III, never been closer, guys. How's it
feel? Yeah, it's not. Also, I guess I could have covered Kenya. There's like 5 to 10 deaths with protesters on too much taxation. They were doing like an anti-government protest, and the government just sent out the military police to shoot them in the streets. But albino seal, I thought made the cut. Okay, let's talk about this huge Chinese woman, guys. She's tall.
Holy
yes, 7'3", right?
Yeah, she's standing next to some Indonesian women.
But look, there's a dude there too, the ref.
Yeah, he's far away. It could be forced perspective. I need context. How tall is she?
Like Will said, some sources are saying that what's her name, Zhang Ziyu, is 7'3", while others are reporting her as 7'5". So she's no less than 7'3".
Either way, impressive.
Oh man. Okay, so
comparatively, she's like 9 feet tall.
If you're north of 7 foot and you can ball at all, you get a shot at the NBA.
Well, it's women's basketball too, so I mean,
so she can ball.
People can't even jump to reach the ball in her hands. That's how.
I'm about to show you that and get into her stats. I have a clip and I have her stats.
But it's not like 7-footers are like necessarily dominating the boards or like boxing people out. Like they're there for their 7 foot.
How tall is Brittany Griner? Like 6'10"?
No, she's not that tall.
Yeah, she is 6'9".
She's pretty tall.
She's 6'9". So I mean, like she's 6 to 8 inches taller than Brittany Griner.
That's what I'm saying. Is she NBA tall?
Oh yeah, WNBA tall. Yeah, WNBA tall for sure.
Is she worth? Is she? Oh, we know
she's NBA tall too, but she can't play in the NBA. I mean,
no, she can't play in the NBA.
Well, you would have to see how much she dominates the WNBA.
I mean, she's a solid girl.
She's definitely thick. Yeah,
she's like Yao Ming, exact height and weight.
But the thing is she going to have like
not all Chinese people are tiny?
Is she going to have the knee problems like Yao Ming? Is she going to be able to put in the
17, dude?
Of course she is. Yeah,
Yao Ming didn't last very long.
I guess I should have. Yeah, I guess I should have called her like a girl. I don't know if I called her a woman. She's the age Dr. Disrespect is into, 17.
Right. I wonder, he probably is going crazy reading about her every day.
Well, he's got a lot of time on his hands.
So much real estate. So much young to violate.
He's taking his family vacation in China.
2 meters.
Looking at the DM box, sweating. Like, I want to send it so bad.
She was 5'2" in the first.
She just turned 17 too. Oh God!
Why doesn't it put her
17 in a day?
I need to know how much she weighs.
Oh man, she's got to be like 250, 280. So yeah, she's the in Sweden, by the way, she's more like 6'6", but in China, she's like 9 feet relatively. So Zhang Ziyu, she's the center for the Chinese women's under-18 national basketball team. Disappointingly, she didn't make the Olympics team. It would have been fantastic to see her in the Summer Olympics, but they haven't called her up for some reason. And I don't know why, because she debuted in the past week or so with the Chinese team, and she's been a literal cheat code. She dropped 44 and 14. That's points and rebounds on Japan this week on 20 of 22 shooting because she just,
layups. Yeah.
They haven't called her up, Mark, because the only option is to call her down.
Right. Well, call her on down.
Because she's so fucking tall.
Yeah.
What does she weigh?
Might want to get her on the squad, right? get on the team. And that was after her. That was her second game. Her first game, she did 36, 13, and 4 blocks in the first game of the tourney. Here's a clip of her just being unfair in the FIBA Under 18 Women's Asia Cup, which does not normally see this height. Oh, can't play that.
Oh wow, yeah, this is how we do it.
Yeah, so they're just like, look,
just
drop it on down, drop it on down to Zhang.
Wow.
Oh no.
I might drive. No, to Zhang.
Jump. Yeah, drive right there.
She's got a little bit of range. That was from like 4 feet.
Take an
out.
outside jumper or just pass it to Zhang.
It was from 4 feet, Will, but you notice it's uncontested. You know what I mean? She gets a clean look, so it's not
nobody
like
can reach her elbows.
she's got an eye line to the hoop.
Pretty good advantage. Yeah, I mean, nice. Good for China. You know, is she going to play in the Olympics?
No, I'm saying that's why I was so excited because I was like, oh, sweet, we get to watch her all summer. They already kind of have a team, and she's not on it, which is insane.
Wow. Okay.
So
Great.
Victor Wembanyama, I think he's the French guy, right?
Mm-hmm.
He's the tallest active player. He's 7'4", 210.
Very good.
Is Gorgon out?
Let's see.
Goran Dragic? Was it? No, who am I thinking of? The guy
Boban?
who's in the Boban, yeah. Is Boban out?
No, I think he's also 7'4". Maybe there's
7'4",
first because he's a rookie.
7'3" is plenty big to play center in the NBA, though. I mean, there's lots of centers that are not.
They're tall. They're tied at
7'3" is top 3 center in height.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You're tall.
I'm saying the bottom tier team in the NBA would take her. I'm just saying.
Well, what about as like a
Well, right.
practice
She'd
dummy?
have to prove that she could. I mean, if she's scoring if she's dominating WNBA, sure, give her a shot.
Well, let me
Houston
put her
Rockets.
back up without the
Remember
volume and put her in the beginning. Here's the problem. Watch her like layups, like
Can you
all
put
the
Harlem
centers that are
Globetrotters music behind this.
yeah, exactly. Or like the Benny Hill. All the centers can jump. So when she's going for these layups, the guys that are 6'10" can jump 13 feet in the air, and they'll just send her ball to the 5th row.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, but she's 17, so
Okay, we'll see.
Yeah, she might develop the skills.
So that's the show. We got a crazy end of the week coming up. We got a show tomorrow, and then we got the debate coverage. We're gonna get kicked off YouTube at least twice tomorrow night, and then we've got a show Friday and trivia. So get on in with us, and get on out there and have a great fucking day. We'll talk to you tomorrow.